Hi guys, it is Thelightchrissy here from Thelightchrissy Tarot. Thelightchrissy reads tarot. How could I mess up the name of that? That's just, what's going on here, Christian? Okay, but yeah, hi, I'm here. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have not already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there below so that you guys can be connected with me whenever I post new videos. You can also click on that bell too. That way you can get notifications whenever I post new videos. So yeah, you'll be there. Also too, like and comment on this video. Let me know if it resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a reading for Capricorn for the first 15 days of September. So September 1st through 15th. All right, in that time span. Now, keep in mind that these events can happen before. They can be happening right now, or they can be things just to come. But keep in mind that all readings cannot resonate with each and every person. So take what resonates and leave behind what does not. I also have the other videos up so you can check out your moon sign, your rising sign, and maybe you may find some messages in those. All in all, never give your power away to a reader, okay? You still have free will and dominion over your life, okay? If you don't like something I say, guess what? Go do something different. That's how that works, all right? So, tune into your energy to see. I'm going to pull from the animal spirit, from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle deck, which is one of my faves. All right, everybody knows that I get down with the animal cards because I think animals show us so much about nature and they reflect to us back the nature of ourselves. So I like to start out the reading with one of these cards right here. I am available for one-on-one readings and also the information on how to donate to my channel. All of the information will be down below this video, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and hop into it. Let's see what energy do we have for Capricorn. Okay. All right. So what I have a feeling with with Capricorn, with the crocodile card, is there is this resistance against kind of like taking this deep dive into your into some of the emotions that may have you in this kind of alert state, okay? And maybe you're not understanding what is channeling, where the anxiety is coming from, where it feels like this pressure is kind of coming from. And I think it's just the universe's way of trying to make you go deeper and go into delve a little bit deeper into yourself. And to come from the surface. So there could be a particular situation that we are on the surface of it, but we've not delved into really figuring it out. Of course, we're going to pull more cards to see what this is all about, but I definitely see this here. It's almost like this watching or you're waiting. So you may be waiting on something to come in, but I kind of feel it like in an obsessive kind of way, okay? Not bad, because the card that represents you guys in the tarot deck is the Devil card, and sometimes that can be about this energy that you guys possess where it allows you to be obsessive. Now, somebody could say, I'm not obsessive, but it's not necessary. It depends, because remember, all energies can have their positives and their negative, the higher vibration of it and the lower vibration of it. So with this particular thing right here, well, if you're persistent with a goal, right, because that's the same thing as obsessive. Persistent is pretty much like the same thing, obsessive is just when it's a little bit of a lower vibration. So this is where you can kind of be waiting on something to come in, or to know that this energy is coming around, and it's asking you to focus your attention on not the things that not to overwatch things, like not to overguard things or to be overprotective of things of newness coming into your life. This is saying focus your energy on healthy routines and healthy habits that you can kind of throw yourself into, that will keep you out of this space, because this energy is going to be here with you in September, and you're going to want to find somewhere to put it, because we all do. We all want to find, we're like, okay, here's this new load of energy. What do we do with it? Okay. So this is what you're going to be using it to kind of break any cycles or any bad habits or anything that you're attached to go into finding out the root of those things. And I almost feel like you're reprogramming yourself, like, oh, every time I feel mad, I eat, or every time I feel like this, I go and do this, and I stay stuck in this little space or stuck in this little zone. So this is where you rewind yourself to say, this is my alarm. When I feel this way, that means that that I need to apply this type of energy towards something that's kind of constructive or productive, that's helping me out, and not anything that it's not going to really make any real change in. Okay, so this is kind of what I see you guys kind of doing here, and to be able to do that, you have to take this dive, right? You have to kind of submerge yourself into the abyss, into the darkness, so that you can be able to kind of figure those things out. Okay, so I kind of do see that, see you going in with that energy. And it says do 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 do. Let me see. Was, and it says like submerging, yeah. So it's kind of like that going in feeling. It's definitely doing that, taking a deep dive, going down beneath the surface of situations in this time, digging deeper to find out the reasons of why we respond to certain situations. And I think whatever this is particularly talking about is something that is obsessive. I kind of got that. I kind of got the energy of it. It can be where it just feels like this smothering kind of thing, and not in a bad way, like, oh, you're annoying or anything like that. No, it doesn't feel that way, but it does feel like putting your attention into things that can kind of solve themselves, just because you're looking for a place to put the energy. So this is where we're trying to kind of do the job of the universe. And if we kind of just like set back some of the things that we can use that energy and apply it to progressing ourselves, and the universe will kind of deal with the other things that maybe you're putting that energy into. Okay, and with fixing and healing those parts of yourself that's connecting you, if you take the time to just kind of connect with yourself, to ask those things. Hey, obsession, why are you here? What's the deeper meaning? Okay, this is the time of going deeper and finding out the deeper meaning of some of these things, these routines that you've kind of just been instinctively doing, and not really thinking anything of. So I kind of see that, and I see this eye here, even where most of this is black and white. This is where, yeah, with this eye, I kind of see it like seeing, with this eye being in color, I kind of see like they're wanting you to really take a look at what's beneath the surface of some of the things that have been in your energy or in your space for a while. It could be relationships. Why am I in this relationship? Friendships. Why am I in this friendship? What is the reason why? Why do I go back to this particular person? Why do I overeat? Why do I undereat? Why do I drink? Why do I smoke? Why do I turn to sex? This is where you're trying to figure out what are the triggers that put you in that space, because once we get there, there's this addictive nature, and some of you may be connected to some type of addiction, or it could be that's really a chemical release. Okay, so whatever this is that is giving you this like these endorphins, right? Or this what is the chemical? I can't think of the name of the chemical I'm trying to say right now, but it's like a feel good thing, but like you get a release from it, right? And it keeps you going back to it, going back to it. And whenever you have that, whenever you do that, it's this thing that we're having where we're kind of wanting to not be present within our body or our space or our environment or our energy. We don't want to sit with it. So it's kind of like escapism. So this is where we're kind of getting down to the reason of why you run, So that's card one. Let's see here. So what else do we have for Capricorn for September 1st through 15th? What else do we have for Capricorn? All right. Let's see here. Nothing wanted to come out that time. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is definitely taking the lead in your life. Okay, this is diving deeper. You're gonna have to submerge yourself. Okay, it's not going to be the universe that kind of pushes you into this deep delve. And this is kind of the same. It's so funny because I just did the reading for Sagittarius before, so it could be something planetary that's going on that's kind of making us have to kind of take charge and to kind of stand in our own power. This is the card of the Emperor, which is Aries. So it's kind of that energy of taking initiative in your life. standing up and standing in your power, and having some type of structure to yourself. So definitely, if this is something that's been addictive, or it's something, some behavior that you've kind of been, you've been kind of like lending your time and your energy to, this is saying that we need to kind of put a structure or put boundaries up, so that that doesn't kind of overtake the plan, the divine plan that we have for ourselves, because there's this plan to kind of take you out of this space and to really elevate you and excel you and push you into a place of more power and more expansion into your life and into your space. But this does take you taking action. It is definitely action packed. It's ruled by Mars. It's all about the fight. Okay, so you have to kind of challenge yourself. This is a challenge, not a challenge that you can't win. This is just going to be something that requires you to put more effort than to just coast into it. Okay, so that's why I kind of see here, like the way that I'm getting the crocodile here is like the crocodile is just swimming on the surface, trying to kind of watch the surface, right? But not really being able to connect on a deeper level than what they see on the surface. And I feel like there is this certain type of level of thing here where I'm kind of getting this here, where your energy does not need to be so focused in the, it's kind of like yeah, this thing keeps you, this whatever this thing is that you lend your energy to, and I keep saying lend your energy because you don't have to. It's not really like the devil card, your card, the card that represents you in the tarot. It's always a choice, okay, to what we're tied to. So whatever this energy is, it kind of keeps you, it's funny because what you're doing it for is to escape the present, but what it's actually doing is keeping you in the present. So I mean, it's keeping not keeping you in the present, but it's keeping you stuck where you are. If so, it's like it's weird. You're doing it to get away, but it's further and further keeping you rooted to the thing that you're trying to get away from. And that's because they're wanting you to take care of that. They're wanting you to dive deeper into it instead of the surface. So if you live on the surface, then all you get is what you see. Okay, so there's a chance that things could change whenever you delve down and you find, things that are underneath the surface. Find out what's making you tick, what's making you move in that direction. And when you come back up from being submerged in that space, then you can make the effort and know how to move forward to be able to take yourself from point A to point B. Okay, so this is where you're taking the lead in your life and you're standing in your power. You're standing up. You're using this power, the power of Mars, the power of Aries, to take initiative in your life, to be domineering, and to take your claim. Like, claim the life that's for you by doing the work that's necessary, even if it is watery and emotional, which we're earth signs. We don't really, like the watery kind of thing. It's uncontrollable, and sometimes that's the fear that, we don't know what lies in the depths of this right here. Okay, but once again, instinctively with reptiles, they're very instinctual animals. Is a crocodile a reptile? Oh my God, if I messed that up. No, look, we got a computer right here. Is a crocodile a reptile? Look, I'm going to talk to Siri. Hey Siri, is a crocodile a reptile?
Here's what I found from wikipedia.org. The saltwater crocodile is the largest living reptile.
Okay, so there we go. So it is a reptile. So back to this. It's reptiles are very instinctual animals, and I kind of feel like what this is kind of giving me this, that you already are kind of wired with this plan of how to be able to, it's wired within us how to heal. And this is kind of where if you would just make the journey to kind of make peace with those and to delve deeper into yourself and to understand the whys, and to not just exist in the well, I just do this because, well, it's always been this way, well, this is the, and not being so open to change in your life. When you do that, actually you're going to be so much more in tune with what you need to do to change that you'll be surprised that you even got that by going there. So the power lies in the subconscious, and you have to be able to make that be you have to be at peace with it. You have to be at peace with these waters down below, and not just staying on the surface, because you'll stay on the surface in life. Okay, and you want to be able to live a more fulfilling and pleasing life, not just you don't want just good, you want the best, So that's kind of what I'm getting at. Next card we have here, rest and reconsider. So this is a 9. So yeah, this is where you're taking the time to be able to heal yourself. It's the 9 of Wands. This is where you going through all of these things, right? And this is where I kind of see you being a little bit battered and bruised from what life has thrown your way. Okay, all these different paths that you've taken to be able to bring this this abundance in your life, so you can be feeling like, okay, I'm at the end, I'm at wit's end, I've got to as far as I can go, I'm tired, you know, I'm ready for this new change or this transition to come in my life. And the universe is saying, yes, it is, but just rest and don't go on another journey. Just go within. You don't have to go anywhere else. To it's because what it is the Nine of Wands. I feel like in the normal deck is when we've taken on all these journeys and we become weary in life, you know, because we've gone all these different routes to try to make ourselves happy. And then deep down inside, the happiness lies, the power to bring us to this point lies within us at all times, okay? You just have to connect with it. And it has a very, very scary face as you go into it. It looks like fire. It looks like the end when you have to tackle your ego. But this is saying that you instinctually know how to progress through this situation. And I'm kind of getting here, Capricorn. You've done this so many. I've started getting this card, getting this on this card recently. You've done this so many times in in your past lives, and they're wanting you to solve it in this lifetime. Okay, don't live on the surface so that you can be elevated in this lifetime. Okay, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. So it's saying, don't just be okay with okay. All right, don't lie to yourself to say that you're okay with things that you're not in your life right now, just because you would rather just say that you're okay than to not find out how you can, to do the work of finding out how you can bring yourself that abundance or that happiness in your life. Okay, so that is what I have here for my oracle cards, and that was Psychic Tarot of the Heart, the second deck I used. These two right here. So yeah. But that 9 is it's just a time to yourself. The 9s are related to the Hermit card. So this is where you're. I'm feeling like what you're looking at is what you've perceived as failures. As far as this is ambitions and things like dreams and. You know, if you wanted to be a zookeeper, you never became one, or you wanted to write a book and you've never done it. And I kind of see some of these things, it being that you may not have been ready for those opportunities at those given times. But yeah, the nine is almost close to 10 in completion. So, you know, all it takes is the one. I want to say it like this. All it takes is one yes to be able to undo all of that. So that's a very particular message for somebody. And even the water can be creativity or something like that too, because water represents our emotions, but it also represents intuition and creativity as well. So maybe we need to dive a little bit deeper into ourselves to be able to bring this thing out. And I kind of see this person here resting and reconsidering, but we don't know what's in that bag. I kind of feel like what could be in that bag that she could use to be, what could she be doing at this time that could help elevate her in this space. So maybe for some of you, it can be journaling. It may be taking a trip or something like that. To bring yourself back into balance, going into nature, going hiking if that's your thing, but just some alone time so that you can kind of really feel things out. Okay, rest and reconsider. All right, and I think as you do that, you connect yourself to this divine plan here that's in this guy's hand. Okay, you have the Four of Cups. So yeah, this is totally that dissatisfaction that you've been having with life, but it's because you're not. There's this period of not really being connected to spirituality or connected to your emotions. Here is. I'm forever like pulling out the cards out the deck, but I just like need people to see them in the traditional, because that's the depiction that comes to my mind instantly when I see it is the one from the traditional deck. So it's like not interested place, and when it's saying it, it's like, yeah, you're totally you're in it's like the universe is trying to hand you these opportunities to feel new feelings, to be in this new energy, and you're just like, nope, not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm still gonna look for what it is that, you know, I started on this journey for. So it's like, it's almost like not wanting to admit I'm not going to say defeat, because it's not necessarily defeat, but it's like it's a pride, almost like a pride thing. So I kind of feel that here. So you see this person here, this is the same card as this, the Four of Cups right here, not interested place. Oh yeah, and I keep on forgetting to say the name. Where is the box for that deck? I don't know where I just put that, because I just had it. So, oh, here it is. So yeah, this particular deck that I'm using with the Monopoly, oh, not this one. This particular deck that I'm using with the Monopoly cards is the Life is Like a Board Game Tarot deck. It's by Crystal Banner, and her site is Kaleidodope. It is KALEIDADOPE if you're interested in this deck. It's really, really cool. I really, really like it. So yeah. But anyway, this is the Four of Cups right here. So yeah, this is where the newness is, where this love and this creativity and this flowing energy is trying to come back into your life, and the universe is offering that to you. And it's almost like, no, I don't want to do the things that I need to do to be able to receive that. I'll just keep the same ones I got because I've already figured them out. I'll live the same life, and this could be, with the Three of Cups, it could be partying, celebrating, and things like that. So throwing yourself into lively or into like that kind of scene or setting to kind of not really have to deal with your emotions, okay? But as we do that, we keep ourselves in that loop, kind of like what I was talking about right there. So I'll put the Four of Cups up under here because I just wanted that picture to be right there for that. And then nextly, what else do we have for Capricorn? Nextly, Capricorn. Let's see, what do we have for Capricorn? All right. So look, you got the Emperor in reverse that popped out next. So here's the thing about it. The Emperor popping out in reverse like this is the lead. So it's saying, yeah, you have to put a cap on anything that is not right for you right now, or that's not in your path, or any kind of habits or behaviors that are kind of not putting you on the path that you're trying to be on. And it's okay. We all get addicted to things all the time. We find these little vices, we do. We find a new one every day, something else like, oh, I like the way this makes me feel. Let me keep on doing it. All right. But this is where you're putting your energy into forming boundaries and structures and rules for yourself, and checkpoints, checks and balances for yourself in this space. Also, too, this is the energy coming out of the Emperor. Sorry. In reverse right here like this. This is where we can try to force things to work so that we don't have to change. So we'll change everything else on the outside so we don't have to change. But what it does is it just makes your life so limitless and kind of, limited and kind of dry and kind of we're too constricted, and if you allow yourself to if you control yourself, if you bring the inner discipline within yourself, in turn, you control your environment on the outside. So it's almost like the adverse effect. When you start to control yourself, then your life starts to be in control. Okay, so that's you stepping from the Four of Pentacles right here into the, why did I say the Four of Pentacles? You stepping from the Emperor into it being in reverse to it being upright. It's definitely going to be this transition where you're starting to step up for yourself, but you're standing up for yourself in the ways of setting boundaries for yourself and not breaking the bonds that you make with yourself or the promises that you make to yourself, okay? And heavy on the 444, so you could be seeing 444 a lot or something like that, but this is all about restructuring stability in your life, okay? Restructuring the foundation of your power and who you truly are, and that's reconnecting to yourself emotionally so that you can tap into some of that intuition and you can know what journeys you should take and which ones you shouldn't, because I feel like, like your sign, like the sign of Sag, you guys are not exactly the same where, they like to travel and go see, to be in this constant adventure. Life is an adventure to them. Life is a goal or like an achievement to you guys, okay? But sometimes you have to really understand that it's not a video game all the time. There are some things that you have to, the parts that aren't so fun of the journey and emotions, I know you guys can be a little bit like, what are those, right? What are emotions? Who are me? But what it is that diving into those gives you this access to this intuition that lets you take the journeys that you only will succeed on, right? So that you're not wasting your time on the ones that you're not going to. So this is people, and you're connected to that part of yourself that says, should we do this? No, we shouldn't do this. Should we do this? Yes, this is an investment. And then you're starting to pick this life of these good decisions, of these good paths that take you to, to this place. And it's so funny because the 9 of Wands, there's that one wand that's missing to make that complete, to bring this cycle to a completion. And I think that the last wand is understanding that it's not outside of you, it's not on the surface, that it's really inside of you. And when you get that one, then now you can, it doesn't matter what you do after that point, because you already have taken control of your own life through understanding yourself, through knowing thyself, okay? And that's how you take yourself out of this space, okay? Next, why I got these cards this way? Next, let's see. Here, what do we have next for Capricorn? What do we have next for Capricorn? All right. Yes, okay. So yeah, this is saying here, this is the King of Swords, so it's air sign energy. It could, now for some of you, it could be where we needing to dethrone somebody. If it was like an air sign or something like that, I'm kind of getting that here. This could be the person that you could be addicted to, or that it could be like an air sign, so it could be a Gemini, Aquarius, or a, what's the third one? What's the third air sign, Christian? Libra. It could be one of those people that you're needing to take out to let them stop reigning control over your life, and maybe that can be one of the habits that you're kind of stuck in with this person. But if not, this is saying what energy you need to take on, and for this time, you know, good with the it's like a very, very masculine energy, like to take right now. It has to be, and it's no problem for you guys to do that anyway. You guys are tough. We're earth signs. I'm a Taurus, so it's like we're already kind of starting off with that toughness for life, you know. But it can be very surface sometimes for us, and that's one thing that we have to work on, following our passions. You know, not just thinking with what we see in front of us, thinking bigger. Okay, this is game plan, this is logic, this is thinking down the road. This is that plan right there that's in his hand. When you have the King of Swords, this is the energy that you need to be able to execute that. But he has a sword, and it's to cut out anything in his life that he doesn't need, no matter if it makes him feel good or not. He keeps his head above his heart. He's fair to himself, okay? First, before he's fair to addictions or to emotions, okay? So he speaks up for the self as an entire being, sorry. And for your soul, and not just your ego right now. So it speaks up for the whole, so that energy is here as it makes these changes in your life. These are things that are happening on a soul level. It's not just like you just right now. You've been here many lifetimes, and you'll be here many times before. But what you're doing right now, the work to be able to break this pattern, is something that you've been going through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And if you could just master this time, you know, you end up helping yourself in the long run better, your whole entire self, not just your existence. And now here is Capricorn and whatever your name is. This is helping your whole being, which is so much more than that, okay? So that's what they're right there. Provider of logic and impartial judgment. So it doesn't feel good, I'm letting it go. Boom. No doubts about it, okay? It's not no separation of thoughts or anything like that, all right? No split energy. So you're focusing that energy in the divine plan, but you're also putting up boundaries and cutting out anything that does not belong, okay? Anything else? Uh-oh. Anything else? Okay, my spirit. All right. So, you know, this is the Queen of Pentacles here. So the Queen of Pentacles in reverse can be a very, very smothering energy. So remember what I was kind of saying. Did I say that? I always forget if I'm saying that in this reading or not. I always forget that. I'm sorry. When I do like readings back to back, I forget which ones I say certain things in. But whatever the case, this is where this is that thing I was talking about earlier, where instead of diving deeper for yourself, you would rather control the environment by smothering it. So it's saying come out of the energy that you need to smother things. If you have to control them through always watching them, because this is what that is, by always watching them. So if this is a person, if this is like it could be an Aries, but it could also be just a very dominating person in your life or something like that. It's a dominating energy. It doesn't have to be a male. It can be a male or a woman, a male or a female. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but if there's a person there that you feel the need to always watch, that's showing you right there that that person is not good for you. Okay, so rest and reconsider on that and set up your boundaries for that for that person being able to be in that energy. So if they keep on calling you, tell them what, I'm not interested anymore. Okay, because I don't want to have, I have to be able to take care of myself as well as the relationship. And if I give too much time to watching you, then I cannot have used that energy to better myself and to understand myself. So there is a love out there that you don't have to watch, and you don't have to see what they're, check on and see what they're doing and watch them online and all of that kind of stuff. Those people are there. And look, wanted to say this and bring this out. So you got 3 people right here. So this is just 3 energies of telling you what to do. Cut out the things that don't belong. Be impartial. Okay. Queen of Pentacles here. Let go of attachment, smothering, addiction, routine, because this is Taurus, right? It can be a Taurus, it can be a this energy. It can be Taurus, it could be Capricorn, or it could be you. This could be you too, or Virgo. But I'm getting the Taurus side of this right here, where it can be she can be very relaxed and routine. So it can be, she can be complacent when it's in reverse. And I kind of feel that a complacency, like I got it under control, but it's not allowing you to have this more rich life that you're kind of really wanting deep down inside. And then look here, it says supporter of compassion and intuitive feelings. So I was talking about, being around people there. When I was just saying this just a second ago, there is somebody that can come, and this doesn't have to be female, it can be a male as well, or so it's not that these cards don't mean that, but it's just the energy. So this is somebody that is caring, that that does care about their emotions. And if this is not anybody, this is saying what you need to take on, and it's being very nurturing to your emotions, nurturing to yourself, and nurturing to be very kind to your emotional state. Okay, it's almost like I'm getting like Spirit is saying to honor your emotions, honor the beauty that is your feelings, because it's such a part of yourself that adds to your confidence, that adds to your richness in life, that you kind of have to be able to be very confident in the way that you feel. But if you're not talking to that thing, then you don't understand it, and then you miss out on this power that you have that connects with your intuition, to be able to see, to have more fun in life, to bring in more things, because you'll know what path to take once you delve deeper into yourself in that kind of way. All right, so I'm gonna clarify. And the funny thing is, I was outside earlier, y'all, and I was running, and I was like, okay, it's gonna rain, right? But the sun was out, and then I checked the weather, and then the weather did not have but it's almost like now I was noticing this thing that I can do. I can almost smell everybody can smell when it's gonna rain, but it's almost like I felt like it was gonna rain, but the weather said it wasn't, and then I just heard it pouring down outside, so I had to look out the window to see if it was right. But anyway, let's see here. We're going to clarify these cards right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at not interested. Place the 4 of Cups. Clarify the 4 of Cups here. Clarify the 4 of Cups here. Those didn't mean to fall. 4 of Cups. Clarify the 4 of Cups. Is this the Queen? Oh, the Magician. Yep. Okay, so you got the Magician here. So this is saying that you have the power to be able to change the situation, to make it to whatever you want. It's just kind of like you have to be able to call that thing in, and you have to be able to use your will to decide to be able to do this. So if I keep on, like earlier, what I kept seeing with the crocodile was it going down and floating back to the top and not being able to swim down that far, which is not really what a crocodile can do, because they can go underwater a little bit more. But I see this as you coming back up, and it's saying that you have to allow your will to flow through your life. Okay, so what do I mean by that? This is where you make peace with things, with the path with the path that you're on, by allowing things to flow. Okay, using your will. This is like willfully deciding that I'm going to let things that don't serve me fall away, and I'm going to willfully decide that I want to cut things away from me. Okay, because I think that maybe this is not that you've been in a place where you've just been sitting there and not trying. I don't see that as something where you've not been trying, like you haven't been trying to do it, but your will and your plan of action and your plan of action. I'm sorry, I can hear noise outside. Your plan of action here is so mentally based and not. It's like I see the recipe. And I see all of the ingredients, but I see that the one thing is missing is the will from the pot. So it's not that you don't have the things to be able to get there. It's the magic, okay? And I'm going to tell you what the magic is, because this is the magician. The magic is using the things that are unseen. Magic is unseen. If you could see your way to your blessing, then you would already see the path of how to get there. So to be able to get to some of the places that you're trying to get to, there has to be magic in your life to be able to take you from that place of dissatisfaction and discontentment into being happy and being able to see your opportunities. But it comes from understanding yourself, so that you can take yourself out of the equation when things don't go the way that you want them to, and know that it's all a part of the divine purpose and all part of the divine will for those things to go that way. And then you go through life a little less scraped up from everything, okay? Because you hold within you the plan, knowing that, hey, this is still all a part of the plan, okay? So that is what I have for the magician. For some of you, small message. Remember, I was saying this could have been an air sign to cut yourself away from. The magician is a card of Mercury, which Mercury could be a Gemini. So it could be someone who's a slick talker, someone who lies, okay? Whenever you see people, whenever people show themselves like that, it's time for you to cut it from them, okay? You tell them not interested. I don't want it. I don't need it. All right? Yeah. Especially even if they come back with an apology. Okay, if they come back, I'm sorry, you know, I won't be like that anymore. I won't say that anymore. This is saying you tell them not interested. Okay, so this is definitely that. But yeah, this is saying that you bring that newness. You bring there's trying to be this moving forward of these new emotions in your life, but there's not enough. There isn't a solid foundation for that to be built on. So it's there. That's what I was saying. All the ingredients are there, but they're not. They're missing. It's something that's missing from that to be able to solidify it. So there's not really any foundation to build that on, and to be able to get that, you have to go and do a deep dive for it. So you have to go beneath the surface to be able to get there. All right, and then. Let's see here. The King of Swords. Clarify the King of Swords here. Okay. What do we have here? We have the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords means that we are moving on. So like I said, for some of you, this is moving on from this person that doesn't really feel. All right? Because him on a bad day is someone who's not really connected to their emotional body. They think they're smarter than everybody. They think they have a better plan than everybody. They act like they're in power, but they're really not in any power. And that's not the type of person that you're attracted to, okay? You want somebody that has compassion for other people, that has compassion for you, and that can understand you on an emotional level, okay? So stop clinging on to things, and it's time to move on from people that treat you that way, even if it's more than just relationships. I don't want to make this a relationship reading. It could be people in your life that are just like this, okay? People that are very judgmental of the way that you act, that are very critical of you, that think that they know better for you than what you know for yourself. It's time for you to move away from that, okay? And to put those swords down of having to listen to what they're saying. And this person is holding this, even though this is he's using this to ride this, to push this boat. I'm thinking of this as a one. And remember what I was saying with the Nine of Wands here, one more gets you your completion. So when you choose to find out why you're connected to people like this, and you choose to be able to cut people out by delving into the reasoning of why you're in these situations like this, then you get that last thing that you need to be able to move yourself away from this state and to move through the waters, okay? Look at how the waters are kind of rocky here, but then they get smooth over there, because that's this. So this could be travel, this could be relocation, this could be moving, okay? Kind of see that there. Let's see here. Coming out of the Queen of Pentacles state. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So yeah, you got two cards that fell out here. Boom. King of Pentacles again, he wanted to show up twice. I'm sorry, King of Swords again, he wanted to show up twice. So you see what that's saying? Cut out the things that you need to cut out, and to allow this transformation to come in with the butterfly here. And I want you to take notice of these birds in the back. because what I'm getting here is it's funny. I'm kind of getting chills as I get it. Remember what I was saying, that this isn't just about this one single lifetime. This is something that's been an energy within you, within your soul, for a long time, and you have the power to be able to bring yourself out of that state. Where I'm looking at him with this person behind him like a past life. Okay, so this is you transforming. You going through letting that part of yourself die away to bring in something new by using your practicality, forming a plan, sticking to it, executing it, but most importantly, cutting out the things in your life that you don't need. And this may be a head over heart decision, especially if it's somebody that you love, or it's people that you love, or a job that you love, but it's making you feel that way. It's time to let it go. Okay. All right. Then 2 here, you got. Sorry. So then you have the two of swords here. So yeah, so it's saying with this right here, this is saying that it's keeping you in the same space, and it's keeping you from seeing. Look, once again, we have this theme where this water is behind her. This water is representing these emotions, is representing that the depth that we need to go into. But she's purposely put this this blindfold on, and she has these 2 swords here where she doesn't want to move and she doesn't want to receive. The moon is the sign of intuition, and this is all about being able to receive a divine plan. So not only do you delve into your emotions, but you also get this gift of intuition when you allow yourself to go into that place. Okay, so this is you cutting out that and acting like that, and making very decisive, making decisions, making tough decisions. This goes to the 3 of swords after the 2, so that's about heartbreak, so it's like an ouch moment. So maybe cutting away from this particular person or this particular thing is like, it may be something that kind of is not that easy to deal with, but it's still saying that, hey, this helps you in your ascension in the long run. Okay, so we're playing the long game, not the short game. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, to talk about this Queen of Cups right here, what do we have? The Death card. So once again, this transformation, this renewal, okay? You're coming out to be another person. This is one cycle of your life ending, and yeah, it may be something that's going to end that you may not like. May not really feel that, but the Death card is another card of transformation. This is the card of like the Phoenix. So it's where something kind of destructs and then it kind of comes back. Now, I will tell you what I kind of feel with this. I kind of feel like there may be something that happens here for you that if you're within yourself, you'll be able to survive it better than if you would be out there watching it. So it's almost like when a kid gets a shot or a Band-Aid or something like that, and you tell them look away and you distract them so it doesn't hurt as bad. And they're like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Well, this is saying if you don't focus your attention inward, that you're gonna be. It's like when you get the shot or when you get the Band-Aid, you're gonna feel the fullness of it because it's trying to get you to go inside of yourself so it can do some restructuring. So this is where the Death card comes in, where it's kind of saying, hey, look, it's time to kind of see that this situation that you're in is kind of gonna fall. We need you to be in a safe space, be in the arms of spirit, which is your emotions. But don't clean it up if it's a scary place, okay? And then that way you can be held in yourself whenever these situations come around. And once again, you have the nine here, which is rest and reconsider. And I'm gonna actually I'm gonna pull a couple more cards. This is one card I actually do want to read to you because I feel like it's important that I read that to you in regards to relationship. But I'm gonna pull from the energy oracle cards here, and let's see. All in all, I still like this reading for you. I like everybody's reading, really. I like them when it's so self-centered, and this is just something it brings. It brings about this sense of real security, when you're able to be within yourself. Look, this connection to spirit is right here. Remember what I was saying here. When you connect to that, you connect to intuition. You know which way to go that's going to bring you blessings. And you see these blessings and this peace and these things flowing through this door right here. This is a door to spirit. So we're going to read the door to spirit. And then last but not least, I like to pull this card, and then I'll go ahead and read from the books from them too. And this is the Work Your Light Oracle deck. One of my faves. Okay. Let's get into it. Uh-oh. All right. Let's see. What do we have for Capricorn. September 1st, 15. All right, we have two things, okay? All right, we have you answered your deepest calling, warrior woman? But look, that sword, okay? So once again, this is cutting away whatever this thing is that you place your energy into, or whoever this person is that you place your energy into, that is not bringing you back harvesting anything for you, and understanding, not just moving on to something that's better, but understanding why you placed your energy in that thing to begin with. This is where you're getting that perception that you need with the swords, okay? You're being very clear. It's clarity coming into your life, but it's only clarity when you do the work and you go down and you're like, aha, you'll have that moment. It's coming, okay? But you have to move yourself in that direction to be able to understand it. You have to show initiative, and the universe will take care of the rest, okay? And look, awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration, okay? So, I'm sorry, I think the light was too bright for that, but you see it. So this is you going through this transformation. Let's see here, because we got a lot of little reading to do. Everybody's reading keeps getting longer and longer. I'm like, it's supposed to be short, and then here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Also, too, let me point out 3 + 2 is a 5. 5 is all about change, okay? Change coming into your life. 32. Let's read it. Okay, I might be a little fast in the reading, but okay, so spiritual awakening. So this is the same thing. Spiritual awakening and new beginnings. This door opens to the expansive energetic realm, okay, where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens only true unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep in the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing power in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, and more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to unexpected guidance and inspiration of spirit, and to make the magic and power of your the magic and power of your true identity. So look, remember what I was saying, back to that magic coming in, the magician coming back in, you getting back in your power to see that you can, through your will, you can make anything that you want happen. You don't have to live in this place, in this state. You can change that, but you have to do the healing required to make your vibration be in the place that you can bring in more stable environment for yourself, okay? And it's going to be a lot of saying no to the things that don't line up with that right from the beginning. Don't even accept them in and then have to say no later, because you know enough to know now. This is saying here, the King of Swords, you know enough to know. You have the plan in front of you. You just have to kind of follow it, okay? And then I want to read Awakening here. Awakening. Let's see. Awakening 90, page 90. All right, here we go. Awakening. You're going through a period of awakening. Oh, I just read that. Okay, things are changing within you at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you're incarnated. So let me just side note and say, remember I was saying that this is for your soul. It's not just something that you've just done in this time. This is bigger than that, okay? So ending this out helps you, and helps you, all of the versions of you that ever existed in life, like the avatar, okay? You may find you're experiencing past life flashbacks and seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, and even feel Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine, okay? Make sure you can see it, sorry. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like-soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. So remember what I was saying about what was in that book bag, a journal. Okay? During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card might be a sign you are here to birth one of these creations into the world, or perhaps you are being called to make shifts in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following work your life activation. So I'm going to hold the card up again. And we're going to say this. I surrender to my awakening. I allow Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe using me in a way that delights my mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so this is opening yourself up. Spirit is definitely trying to awaken you so that you can be able to live in the fullness of this life now. You don't have to wait till another time. You don't have to always work so hard. You can just rely on spirit to bring some of that magic into your life, but you have to welcome it in. It just doesn't just come, okay? And then I'm going to read to you rest in consideration, and we'll be out of here because I know y'all been listening to me for 50 minutes. If you've gotten this far, thank God. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and look at that. So rest and reconsider. So this is going to be, I'm reading this because this is basically a relationship deck. But I just like using it in other readings as well. But this is for this situation. I really want to talk about this for this particular situation. If this is love for you, or even if it's friendship or family. Sometimes the struggle to create and maintain harmonious and fulfilling relationships just seem like too much work. You put forth your best effort and give more than you share and find that there are still issues to be dealt with. You're tired and at times you want to give up. The message of this card is to persevere. You may have been disappointed or hurt in the past. Know that those past sorrows have made you stronger, even though you don't feel that way at the moment, okay? This is a good time to briefly step away from any conflict or issue around love. Give yourself some space to relax and replenish your energy. Continuous effort stresses the body and dulls the mind. Okay, so remember what I was saying about forcing that to happen. Forcing it. It's keeping you here. I feel this force, this suffocating energy right here because you got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse right here. And I just kind of feel that. And this is a watching kind of thing right there. Well, who else was watching? Where else did I see the watching at that made me feel like that? It was something else that made me feel like just watching it, okay? You need to rest and reconsider your methods. Once you've recharged, you'll be stronger, clear-headed, and confident, ready to move forward once again with new ideas about how to improve the situation. So on a good side, even though I said this was the other person, this energy coming into you is definitely you moving forward with new ideas. The swords are about new ideas and new clarity coming into our life. So that's definitely something that's coming to you at this time, Capricorn. Okay, so I hope that you guys really enjoyed this reading. I am available for one-on-ones. That information will be down below, as well as how to donate to my channel. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if this reading resonates with you. Until next time, please believe in your own power. Okay, you are the magician. You can make anything happen. Spirit is opening itself up to you. All you got to do is sit back and rest. Yes, just that easy, Capricorn. All you got to do is sit back and rest. You don't even got to do nothing but figure yourself out. Really? That's how you get successful, by journaling and by finding out what your emotions mean to you. That's how you can fix this? Yes, it is. That's the way that you can turn all of this around right here, okay, through your will, okay? So this is a time for you to definitely take the lead in your life and put up boundaries where there need to be boundaries, and cut out the things with the King of Swords that allow this transformation to come in, to bring in a more fulfilling life with the Queen of Cups that's more intuitive, more loving, and more heartfelt, okay? And that's that on that, all right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys another time.